Okay, so when we're factoring by grouping, we first need to factor out any GCF. So what is the biggest number you can divide every term by and get a whole number? When you've done that, or there isn't a GCF, you separate the first two terms and the second two terms by putting parentheses around them. Then you're going to factor out the GCF from each binomial and put it in the final factored form, which is GCF plus GCF times a twin. This is going to make sense. So I have x to the fourth plus x cubed plus 2x plus 8. I cannot factor something out of everything, so I'm going to group it and put x to the fourth plus 4x cubed and 2x plus 8. Notice that I include that sign. That is important because if it's a negative, it has to go with it. So I'm going to just look at the first binomial. What is my greatest common factor of x to the fourth plus x, or plus 4x cubed? I cannot, this is a 1 here in front of the x to the fourth. So that I cannot take a coefficient out, but I can take x cubed. And so when I'm taking x cubed out, I'm dividing each term by x cubed, and I get x plus 4. Remember, when you're dividing exponents, the base stays the same and you subtract your exponents. So then I'm looking at the 2x plus 4. I can't take an x out because the 8 doesn't have an x. 2 does go into 8, so I can take a 2 out. And then if I divide each thing by 2, I'm going to get x plus 4. These two are identical. They're twins, which is what you want. If they do not end up being the same, something is wrong. So now I'm going to put my two GCFs together. So x cubed plus 2. And then these are twins. So I'm going to put, it's a 2 for 1 special. I just put 1 down. A good way to check to see if this is right is just to do a multiply them. You can multiply them by the box or FOIL, which is distribute, and you will find the answer. Or you should get what you originally started with. All right, number 2, I have 9a cubed plus 3a squared plus 6a plus 2. I do not have a greatest common factor. I could do 3, but then I have that 2 at the end, and I can't take 3 out of that. So I'm going to group them together. My first binomial, 9a cubed plus 3a squared, I can take a 3a squared. I'm going to divide by 3a squared from each one. And that's going to give me 3a plus 1. And then 6a plus 2, I can take out a 2. And when I divide that, 6a divided by 2 is 3a, 2 divided by 2 is 1. These are the same, so I drop my GCFs down. 3a squared plus 2 times 3a plus 1. All right, number 3. 6xy minus 8x plus 15y minus 20. There's not a common factor I can take out of everything. So I am going to split it up into two binomials. Looking at the first binomial, I'm just going to rewrite it here so we can see it because it's a little bit more difficult. I'm going to look at my coefficients, 6 and 8. 6 is my lowest coefficient. Can I take 8 divided by 6 and get a whole number? No. So what I'm going to do then is find my factors of 6. So my factors of 6 are 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. I know I can't do 6. Can I do 3? Can I do 8 divided by 3 and get a whole number? No. I would get 2 point something, so that's no. Can I do 2? 8 divided by 2 is 4, so I can take out a 2. So that's the first thing I'm going to take out. I'm going to divide by 2. And then there's also an x, so I can take an x out. So when I divide by 2x, I get 6 divided by 2 is 3. Those x cancels out. I get y minus 8 divided by 4, and the x's cancel out. Now I'm going to look at the second binomial, which is 15y minus 20. So 15y minus 20. My lowest coefficient is 15. Can I take 20, divide by 15, and get a whole number? No. So again, I'm going to say my factors of 15 are 1 times 15, 3 times 5. I know I can't divide by 15. Can I take 20 and divide by 5 and get a whole number? Yes. So that means I'm going to divide by 5. The y isn't in both terms, so I can't take it out. So divide each thing by 5, and I get 3y minus 4, which is the same thing. So I bring down my GCFs together, 2x plus 5, and I bring down my twin, 3y minus 4. And there's your answer. Last example. 12a squared minus 15ab minus 16a plus 20b. There's not a greatest common factor. Not everything has an a, not everything has a b, and I can't divide something by everything. Or divide everything by something. So again, I'm going to put my parentheses around them. I brought that negative with the 16. I'm going to look at 12a squared. 12a squared minus 15ab. 12 is my lowest coefficient. I cannot take 15 and divide it by 12. So my factors of 12 is 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. I can't do 12. Can I do 15 divided by 6 and get a whole number? No. 15 divided by 4? No. 15 divided by 3? Yes. So I know I'm going to take a 3 out. Then I have a squared, so I have a, and then ab. So I have one a in common, so I can take an a out. So I'm going to divide each thing by 3a. 12 divided by 3 is 4. A squared divided by a, so that's 2 minus 1 is a. Negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5. And then the a's cancel out, and I can bring down the b. So now I'm looking at negative 16a plus 20b. Okay, well, 16 is lower than 20. I can't take 20 divided by 16. So my factors of 16 are 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4. So 16 I can't do. 20 divided by 8 is not a whole number, but 20 divided by 4 is. Now, I need the middle term, this, to be a negative because it's minus here. So that means I have to take out a negative. So I'm going to divide by negative 4. So I'm going to have 4a minus 5b, which they're the same, so that means we did it right. And then drive down my GCFs, 3a minus 4 times 4a minus 5b. And there's your answer.